Hi, this is Hilal. In this video on Mathematical Economics series, we will try to solve a problem that was asked by a brother Sami regarding the matrices. The question is like this. Find the value of C such that the matrix A minus C I subscript 2 is non-invertible, where the matrix is given as A is equal to 4 minus 1, 6 minus 3. Okay, and this I subscript 2 is the identity matrix of 2 by 2 order. Okay, so we need to find the value of C for which this very matrix is non-invertible. Now, what is a non-invertible matrix? A matrix is said to be non-invertible, that is non-invertible. Let us say we have a matrix A. A matrix A is said to be non-invertible if the determinant of the given matrix is equal to 0. So we say that the given matrix is non-invertible if the determinant of the given matrix is equal to 0. Okay, now we have this matrix and we need to find the value of C for which it is non-invertible. Okay, so we have A minus C I subscript 2, that means identity matrix of order 2. Okay, and what is the value of A? So if we expand this, A is being given us here, that A is equal to 4 minus 1, 6 minus 3. Okay, we have minus C. And what is identity matrix? It is simply a matrix is said to be identity matrix if the principal diagonal elements are 1. Okay, so we have 1 0 0 1. Okay, this very diagonal is called the principal diagonal. When the principal diagonal elements are 1 unity, we say the given matrix is identity matrix, and other elements that is of the diagonal, if they are 0, then we say it is an identity matrix, and it is an identity matrix with 2 by 2 dimension. That means it has 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so let's try to solve this out. So we can write it like this: 4 minus 1, 6 minus 3. Okay, then we have minus. Now this C is multiplied to each of these elements. Okay, so we have C into 1 is C, C into 0 is 0, C into 0 is 0, C into 1 is C. Okay, and we can now subtract the corresponding element. So 4 minus C, so I will write here we have 4 minus C. Okay, then we have 6 minus 0, so we have 6 minus 0, then we have minus 1 minus 0. Okay, we are just subtracting the corresponding element. So and we have minus 3 minus C. Okay, or we can write it 4 minus C. So our matrix will be 4 minus C. We have minus 1 minus 0 is minus 1. We have 6 minus 0 is 6, and minus 3 minus C is as it is minus 3 and minus C. Okay, now this matrix is said to be non-invertible if the determinant of this matrix uh, is not equal to 0. Okay, let us say let B be the name of this matrix. Okay, let this is B. Let me write it properly. Let us call this B. Okay, so let us say B is equal to this. Now this B is said to be non-invertible, so I will write here this B is said to be non-invertible if determinant of this matrix is not equal to is equal to 0. Okay, that means we need to take the determinant of the given matrix, this B matrix. Now how do we find determinant? We multiply the elements on the principal diagonal. Okay, so that is we have 4 minus C, and we multiply it by minus 3 minus C. Okay, then First we multiply these two elements and then we subtract the product of the non-principal diagonal elements. That is, we have -1 and 6. Okay, let me write it 6 here. Okay, so first we multiply the principal diagonal elements and we subtract the product of the non-principal diagonal elements. Okay, so I have written here -1. So if we just try to expand this, I can write it like this: 4 -3 minus c. I am expanding, then we have minus c, -3 minus c. Okay, now here we have -1 into 6 is -6, so I can write here this is -6. Okay, and it should not be equal to, it should be equal to 0. Sorry. Now we have 4 into 3 is -12. 4 into minus c is -4c. We have minus c into minus 3, so the minus minus is plus, so we have plus 3c. Minus into minus is plus c square, and minus into minus is plus 6. Okay, and it should be equal to 0. Okay, now we have -12 plus 6, so -12 plus 6 comes out to be -6. Minus 4c plus 3c, since they are the like terms, we can do the addition or subtraction here. So -4 plus 1 is 1, -1, so we have minus c plus c square. Okay, and it should be equal to 0. Or we can write c square minus c minus 6 should be equal to 0. Now we can split the middle term. How do we split the middle term? It is very simple. We should have two numbers. The addition of the two numbers should be equal to the coefficient of c, that is -1. We have to find two numbers such that their addition is equal to -1, and the multiplication of the said two numbers should be equal to -6. Okay, -6. Now you can guess it clearly. If I write here -3 and plus 2, so -3 plus 2 is equal to -1. Similarly, we have -3 into 2, so this is -6. So I can write here c square, then we have -3c. I'm just splitting the middle term, plus 2c, then we have minus, in place of -6 I can write, or I will write -6 is equal to 0. Okay, now we can factor out the terms. So in the first two terms we factor out c, we are left with c minus 3, and in this in the last two terms we can factor out 2, and we are left with c minus 3. C minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, or we just factor out c minus 3, we are left with c plus 2. Okay, is equal to 0. This means either c minus 3 is equal to 0, which will give us c is equal to 3 if we transpose c here, so this will become plus 3. Either c is equal to 3, or this term, that is c plus 2, should be equal to 0, which gives us c is equal to -2. Okay, so the value of c, for which this very matrix is non-invertible, there are two values of c, they are 3 and -2, and you can check it out. If you plug the value of c as plus 3 in this, the determinant of this very matrix will be 0, or if you plug -2, you will also get the determinant equal to 0. I hope I make myself clear in this video. If you like these videos, please share and subscribe with your economics friends, so that I get motivation to make more useful stuff for you people. Thank you.